Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where we talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And so today I wanted to talk to you mamas and dads about incentives. How do I incorporate them in my homeschooling? Is it just toys and junk, or is it things that they're still learning and fundamentally growing? And, how did I even get to doing this and why? So let's get started. Hey you, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here to share this time with me. If you are all in for mamas and homeschool and all those things, you are at the right spot. So, like I said in the intro, today we're talking about incentives, and I have our box. I call it our treasure box, or the girls do anyway. This is my treasure box. It does have iridescent paint all over it, as well as a lovely kitty, if you can't see in that corner. No surprise here, if you've been with me for a while, I have girls and they love cats. Okay, so how did I even get started on this? Last year, I didn't do it. My first year of homeschool, I kind of was like, I'm just trying to get it all together, right? And I would just kind of like, as I'm out doing my little errands, doing a little shopping, I would think of the girls and things that they like, and I would pick it up and I would kind of keep it stashed away, and then I would give it to them at the end of the week. If I saw that they were really achieving and they're really trying and they were doing all the things. And not so much with Josephine, she's a lot younger through that process, but I would kind of even just include her in the fold. This year, it's completely different. Josephine has her own toddler, pre-K schooling, and then you've got Zoe in second grade. So it's definitely, more engaging, more on top of just making sure that everyone is, learning, growing, and retaining everything. And so I was like, okay, how do I kind of like get some incentives in there, not breaking the bank, trying to make it affordable, but also functional. That's how it needs to be for me. It has to be budget friendly, and it has to function and make purpose. Because in my brain, y'all, I am a minimalist. But as I live and how I live right now, we are not full minimalist is the way I would like to be, in the sense of just having things in my home that I actually has a purpose and brings me joy. I have gone through that process of purging before it became super popular, but I do that once every 6 months. I'll rearrange things. I will purge things that don't serve me or our children, and I will repurpose them or give them to those who could use them. So all that to say, I have these awesome cards that I found at the snap and grab, or take all your coins corner at Target, that $3, $5, $1 section. And I found these cool little incentive cards, or goal cards, and they come with like 3 different versions. I was trying to see if I left them over here. I didn't. Okay, so these are just like 2 options that all came in the same pack. And on the back, I can put their name. So you can see these are the new ones. That's why there's only 1 punch hole on those. I have these, and what I do is I have Zoe actually tell me her goals for the week. And we discuss them, so that it's something that it's not, oh, I'm doing this for mommy, but I'm doing this because I want to set these goals for myself. And I think that is important for our children to learn how to set goals for themselves that they can try to reach and attain, but not that they are ridiculed or put down if they don't reach them, but that they are encouraged and supported to at least try to follow through. So for Zoe's, I have here, she has, being kind. As an older sister and just going through her own waves and things, she can sometimes get a little sassy. So she's working on being kind, cleaning her room 3 times a week without us having to tell her, without us having to remind her, like her just taking the initiative to say, you know what, I'm up, I made my bed, my room's a mess. Or the night before we're wrapping up for bedtime and she sees I'm, doing something with Josephine, or mommy and daddy are busy, she's taking the initiative to tidy up her room. And then the last one is finishing her book of the week. We have noticed that when she gets books that she doesn't really want to do, she'll tend to not actually do the book. Like she'll try to read it, and then she'll find all her old books that she has in her room, and she'll keep trying to read those so she doesn't have to read that one. I mean, we all can relate there. So that's what she's working on. And Josephine, it's just like, hers is focusing, doing ABCs and doing her one puzzle without mommy and daddy having to kind of put the pieces in front of her, but her to really try. and then colors, learning at least telling mommy 3. We use these cool bean bags. I don't know if you guys remember these. I remember these as a kid, using them for some certain games. I'm actually going to be making these a multi-purpose thing for Zoe as well, when we're doing subtraction, addition, multiplication, where she can like have the 3 numbers that she could possibly do and then put the beanbag on the one that's the correct answer. But that's a whole nother video. For JoJo though, I do a thing of, you can have them if you tell me the color. So I'll be like, well, what's this? And if she'll tell me, so that's what I'm doing right now, is like, if she can give me 3, then she can have them. Now, let's get on this box, y'all. So I have this box. It's actually full at this present time because I just refilled it for the next 2 months. And it's all in here, my little treasure box. I got this at Michael's. I'll see if I can find a link, put it in this description with everything else I usually do. And I'm just gonna show you some of the things that I have in here. Now, I chose to do things that are functional, but they would keep my kids engaged and learning and having fun. We have learned over the years that just buying toys and things, it's not necessary. I can do those things. They can pick those things for their birthday and for Christmas, but for this educational growing, I rather it still be using this up here with a little bit of imaginative play. That's where the Montessori comes in. So some of these things are shareable, and some of these things are individual for just them, as I know what the things that they actually like to do. So you'll see that in here. First thing I have in front of me, because I'm just going to pull things out as I go. This is called a plug and play puzzler. And it's brand new. That's why it hasn't been opened. I let it be like that so they can open it. It's almost like a Christmas time for them. This it's easy to expert, and it has 48 challenges in it. This is more for my Zoe. Both my girls are very busy brained. And what does that mean? So they're all over the place. They're like bunnies. They'll go from one place, they'll hop to the next thing. And just to calm their brain down, and after doing some genetic testing and things like that, and learning how their cells adapt to things and how their brain functions, I have learned that doing puzzles, doing brain games actually allows them to put all that energy and focus it in one space. So that's why puzzle time is really huge in my home, and board games are huge in my home, because it allows our children to calm down. And so this is going to be really fun for Zoe, and I think even Josephine might even try this. If she gets into it, she'll do it. So happy about that. The next thing I have is good old Play-Doh. Yes, I don't have Play-Doh out just to have for arts and crafts. I only allow this to be during their downtime, and kind of supervised, but not just as long as it's at the table, because I don't need it in my carpet. So we got that. I have in here some books. Okay, so Zoe is a huge reader, obviously, because I'm always sharing books with y'all. But there's a couple of books that are actually her favorites, and ones that she either uses her own allowance for, or she's constantly asking me, I need the next book. So one of those for sure is Owl Diaries. And if you've been with me for a while, you know about these books. It's super cute. They're made almost like comic strips about this owl and all her friends, and my daughter loves these books and keeps collecting them. She's on book 13. This is book 13. So I stopped having her buy them, and I stopped buying them as just chapter books for her to do for the week, and I started putting them in her treasure box. Because then when she's in the car, when we're taking a drive, when we're waiting at the, I don't know, for a doctor's appointment or anything, this is the thing that she's carrying around everywhere. So there's that. A new one that I picked up that she doesn't know about yet. Guys, I don't know why I'm whispering. No one's here. But anyway, A to Z Mysteries, The Absent Author by Ron Roy. I think this is going to be super fun. As Zoe told y'all, if you checked out my video, I'll link it here, where she talks about her book reviews. And she loves adventure and mystery. And so I stumbled upon this. I might be new to the game. Y'all let me know in the comments below if your children are reading these. But I think it's going to be really fun to see how she navigates through this. It's a super short read. It's not too long of a chapter book. It's ages 6 through 9. So we've got that one. And then we recently been telling y'all about these Never Girls. And this is the Dandelion Wish. This is book 3. So I picked it up early when I did my, little book collections, and I added it in, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna hide it in there so she can't see it. So there's that. There's some books. Next thing you've got in here, you got a little kaleidoscope for Miss JoJo so she can play and pivot and mess with all the little gears on that. I also have a compass. This brand is actually really dear to my heart, and I love it. Odin brand. They are, or Odin Park. Is it Odin Park? I'm going to totally mess it up. I have to check that out for you guys, but basically I'll link it in the below because I know it's Odin. I always think Odin in my head, but it is a mom and dad shop, small shop that does a lot of Montessori toys. And I love their heart because every purchase that you make, it goes out to feeding children. And so every time you purchase something, you'll see it at the bottom of how many meals that served. And I love that. So this is a compass. We love to take this on our nature walks. We have kaleidoscopes from them as well. They have great Montessori toys for your kids, or just imaginative to play toys. I have now another thing from Magnolia Market / Hearth and Heart / Fixer Upper / Joanna Gaines. I've got the little, I had to take the package out because it wouldn't fit in here, guys, but look at these little trees. And since we're doing Year in 100 Acre Woods and we're doing Winnie the Pooh and nature, JoJo's gonna love these. So will Zoe. She will totally play with these, but I thought these were so fun for JoJo, as I've made those little peg dolls of the Winnie the Pooh. So now she's got a little forest to go through. I got some pencils. I usually buy just the basic pencils, but I bought some fun character pencils for Zoe just to make it fun. I remember loving getting specialty pencils. And then I have in here, this is a rock mineral gem excavation kit. If you know, I mean, I try to share all the things that my kids love, but Zoe loves rocks. She collects rocks. She studies them. We've done gems. We've done geoids. And I thought this was really cool. I found this at Lakeshore Learning in the little section in the front that they'd be trying to capture you as well with all the cool things. But this is like $2, and I was like, okay, awesome. She's gonna get some more rocks and get to, you know, do some excavation. And then I have in here, because Zoe's always doing something in the car, I got this for her. This is word searches, just 2nd grade, you know, her level, but it can be fun and no pressure, and allows her brain, again, brain exercises there. And then lastly, I have a cat for JoJo to paint because she loves cats too. And so here's a little frame that she can pull out of the box. And the final key, the final big one, which will probably get pulled out a lot sooner than I anticipated, but this is the Kids on Stage, the charades game for kids. It says ages 3 and up, and JoJo's like literally 2, almost, she's like on the eve of turning 3 in January. So I thought, hey, why not? It's not, they don't have to read them. They can just look at the picture and act them out. This allows it to be really fun for game night for us. But again, it is allowing them to express themselves, get used to being on stage, being funny, having fun, and learning and growing all at the same time. So that is my box. I am so excited to continue building this for them. I actually get excited and giddy with them, and they always will remind me, so don't hesitate. Your child will remind you if they didn't get in their box. But if you do it, if you do incentives, how do you do it? Put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear and engage with you and find out how are you you know, supporting, encouraging your children in a way where they can earn something as they continue to work on their goals. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.